everyone. Good morning, beautiful people of the world. It's your boy, Chris Rotondo. I'm back here. Tom Grady. What's poppin'?
What's going on, guys? It's a beautiful Friday.
It's a fantastic Friday.
It's kind of cold. I'm not
But
gonna
tomorrow's
lie.
Saturday, which is when it's getting released.
It's a great way to start the weekend. Listen to our beautiful voices.
Of course, we make it look easy.
Trapaholics.
Trapaholics.
Dude, right. What a meme. How you been, though, Chris? How was your week?
Living the dream, man. Got to hang out with some good people, living the good life. Got back to school.
Nice.
Got to see some teachers. It was a good time.
A good supporting teacher, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Erica Robinson. Love it. Love it.
E-Robs, big plug. All right. Yeah, other than that, man, just been chilling.
Vibe.
No complaints, man. Life's good.
Good.
How about you, my friend?
Hey, listen, last podcast here in the home studio. We're going to be moving out over to Long Island soon and next week. Dude, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited. I'm nervous, excited. Well, I'm mostly excited.
Big man on campus.
Oh, of course. The only ginger on campus, it feels like. But hey, listen.
Big ginger on campus.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to start it up with a week in review.
The week in review. All right, y'all. First off, we're going to kick off with some pretty sad news in the sports world, particularly baseball. Hammer and Hank Aaron has passed away today, Friday. Obviously tomorrow, Saturday, but he's passed away today, not too long ago. I give it a couple hours. And he, on paper and in the game itself, was one of the best to ever play.
I mean, he was a god amongst men, especially in like the 70s where he had to go overcome – Mickey Mantle. Well, I mean, listen, that whole era of baseball was incredible. You know, you had, like names that were just constantly just these great players that are now in the Hall of Fame, who are legends amongst their team and their community in wherever the team was.
Long-time Hall of Famers.
Hank Aaron, he was probably one of the best African-American players after Jackie Robinson to come into the game. He definitely had to deal with racism when he first came up, and he started in the Negro Leagues and then made his way up to the Atlanta Braves. No, it was what were they called originally? They were called
Manalapan.
No, Milwaukee Braves.
Yeah, it's Manalapan.
Yeah, Manalapan. They were the Manalapan Braves, but
they are. I was kind of right, but
you were.
Not really.
I'll give you that. But I don't think a 35-year-old man is playing for a 12U team. We'll just say that. Yeah. But listen, greatest home run hitter of all time. I mean, he was just surpassed by steroids user Barry Bonds.
I still think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, it's a topic for another day.
Hank Aaron.
755 home runs. Incredible career. I mean, he left a lasting imprint on the game of baseball and, of course, the Braves franchise.
And, well and truly the home run king, to say the least.
Baseball's been losing so many people this year.
I give it like the past couple of months, it's been really bad.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like
really bad.
Tom Seaver, Bob Gibson,
all of them.
It's been constant, and and they're all big names. It's just been crazy.
Well, I mean, obviously there probably are some smaller names passing away that we don't see in the news as much, but all the big names that we're losing is very surprising, and it's very upward. Like on an upward trend. It's not
which
cool.
is so scary.
Yeah, we really hate to see it.
Exactly.
But we really don't want to trend on bad topics for much longer. So let's kick it into some pretty big news. I wouldn't even call it news. It's more of a funny thing going on. The inauguration just happened a couple days ago, and there's a new meme on the rise. Bernard Sanders.
Dude,
talk about it.
This meme is like the best way to start 2021. I gotta say, we're all been huddled in quarantine. We really haven't had that many memes while in quarantine. Obviously, the whole, toilet paper thing in the beginning. But now this meme is incredible. This man sitting down with his sweater mittens, just
he's got mittens and he's sitting. I saw a tweet that was Bernie's sitting there like the inauguration's not his whole day. Like he's got some other stuff to do.
Yeah.
And then it was like Bernie's to-do list. It's like 9 a.m. post office, 11 a.m. Joe's thing, 2 p.m. like lunch with whoever. And I was like, that's funny as hell. You love this.
Dude, the memes just keep getting better and better. Like I saw one where he was sitting on top of like them building the Empire State Building, like where they're on the beam, and he's just sitting on there. I saw the one you showed me where it was like the Drake
album.
Oh
views. And then he's like Bernie just sitting on top where Drake. Oh my god!
The best part about it though, I think, is the funniest thing has to be the mittens. Like obviously his little crossed legs, but the mitten, they were sweater, like he made them out of sweaters, like old sweaters, and they're just he's not holding them together. It's like crossed over each other on his lap.
Sitting there, he's sitting at the inauguration. Like you really couldn't have just sent out an email. Like I'm telling you, if it was his inauguration, like if he got elected, he would have been like, everybody needs to go home. It's too cold for this. We could do this another day.
January 20th. Listen,
my Bernie impression isn't on, but
dude, that was phenomenal. I don't know what you're talking about.
You get the point.
That was hysterical. But I thought it was so funny. Like the fact that, and then not only that, but I mean, also one of the senators was wearing Air Jordan Dior's to the inauguration.
I actually looked that up because I was very curious as to who that was.
Right. It was one of the senator's husbands, right?
No, it was Kamala Harris's niece's husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
My man rocked the Dior's.
He was rocking the Dior ones too. Those are tight.
Bro.
What are those retail for, like 2K?
They gotta. Like like those were like the most coveted Jordans in all of 2020. And my man walking down while there's a like a speaker going on. He's got the Dior's and everyone was losing their mind. I remember that was like a
drip check.
My man actually pulled up. Like, forget like the whole suit thing. He had khakis on, I think, or something, or like chinos.
Yeah.
With the Dior's. Oh my god.
Dripped out.
Drip.
Joe Biden pulled up. Dripped out.
Lady Gaga's performance, pretty good.
Love to see it. Very good. J-Lo, also very good.
J-Lo, actually, better job.
Trying to sneak in some Let's Get Loud, and everybody
I was like, wait a minute, time out here. We're talking about America, and then you're like, let's get loud.
I was like, you're running the inauguration. You're not running the fucking Super Bowl, dude. Whatever.
Yeah, facts. I mean, listen, we had her performance on December 31st going into this year. And then I got to say, this performance was a lot better. Like,
a step up from Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, no stripping. No, it was just nice, relaxed.
I mean, if you were stripping for Joe Biden, I mean, that's not the occasion. You know the time, you know the place.
Oh, of course. In the Oval Office.
Funny, bro.
Monica Lewinsky.
Lewinsky.
Anyway. All right. I think that was enough for the Bernie, but listen, that was probably the best meme that could have come out so far. Like,
I agree.
That might win meme of the year already.
Of course. All right. Let's
head back into the sports world.
Yes, sir.
James Harden, finally a Brooklyn Net out of Houston. Are they now the real deal? They got their big three back.
They're poop.
All right, listen.
I'm just kidding. I'm messing.
They had a great game against the Cavs, and that game was phenomenal.
Honestly, if Colin Sexton didn't put up, 42 points?
Dude, he went off.
42 points and locked up Kyrie, then I'm saying Brooklyn wins that game, obviously. But,
I completely agree.
But honestly, I think Brooklyn will be a title contender, which is kind of like a no shit argument, but like it's not always going to work out with three ball dominant players, especially if they're that good, like James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant's caliber of player. But they work well. Like James Harden's been passing the ball more, which you really haven't seen throughout his whole career, or at least since he's been at OKC, which is a long time back. Oh
yeah, I mean, listen, you like you said, like they're all ball dominant players. Like Kyrie has his moves, James Harden has his moves, and then you have Durant, who's like your Slim Reaper on the 3-point line.
Slim Reaper.
Dude, that man, I mean, he went off that game. He had 38 points, but it was just an incredible showing for the Cavs, especially with Colin Sexton absolutely putting on a dominant show. But
Colin Sexton's a dog, bro.
Dude,
easily the future of the Cavs.
I completely agree. And to have a game against a team with the big three now, which we are considering the big three in basketball, that's a performance and a half. Two overtimes to win that. I mean, that's – and his guarding against Kyrie, like you said, he was so ready for that moment. That was the moment he was made for, and he lived up to it.
Colin Sexton is the hardest working player in the NBA.
Yeah.
It's not even close. He proved that at Alabama too.
That's very true.
He's always been a fantastic defender, and his work ethic is unmatched.
I completely agree.
I can see him being one of the league stars in a couple of years. He had a rough rookie year, settling in and everything, but he's proven himself now.
Right. But like to get back to like the whole like is Brooklyn the real deal? From what I've seen, I think truthfully they could be a title contender. I mean,
100%.
Now that Kyrie is back and he's not doing his own like meditation where he's like, all right, I could play 5 games and then give me 10 off. And like, you
Kyrie.
have, exactly. Dude, saging the court.
Yeah, scary.
But, Durant, obviously, and Harden, who are phenomenal 3-point shooters, probably the best point getters in the game of basketball. Also Kyrie Irving, who
point getters.
Listen, it's a valid, like, listen, that's a valid statement. Scorers, whatever, same thing. Point getters, scorers.
Point getters.
All right, relax. Anyway, no, they are they are some of the best scorers in the NBA. And
there you go.
To be honest, they can lead the East with the way Milwaukee's been playing this year. They lose to the Knicks. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but James Harden really showed up and has dominated and continuously proceeded to shut up the critics and said, listen, I'm here, I could play. And, the duo between him and Durant alone is a great combination. So
agreed.
I'm excited to see what they do.
James Harden has actually had the same amount of triple doubles with Brooklyn as Kawhi Leonard's had in his whole career.
Wow.
That's a stat.
That is incredible. Oh my God.
Stat for you. But to go back on the topic of the New York Knicks, which
that's our team right there.
That's the team. The Knicks beat the Warriors yesterday.
Could you believe it? If I told you at the beginning of this season, New York Knicks are going to beat the Golden State Warriors.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but to the point that because the Warriors were supposed to suck this year.
Right.
But they ended up actually being good.
Yeah, I mean, they're decent.
Not
don't
bad.
get me wrong.
Curry, Steph Curry is doing very good. So I'm saying more the Knicks stopped Steph Curry.
I completely agree.
Teams couldn't. Obi Toppin's back. Very good ball player, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, just a really good showing. RJ Barrett had a good night, which, happens every so often. Very good player. Love to see it.
I mean, again, I think it's the RJ and JR combination, RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. Like those two are leading the team right now. Like those are our leaders, and Emmanuel Quickly's floaters and Obi Toppin.
Oh my God.
Dude, my man.
The Knicks Instagram is literally an Emmanuel Quickly floater fan account. It's just every time I'm on my feed, it's just every time.
The TikTok trend where it's like, hit it with wee.
Yeah.
They were doing it with the floaters. Yeah. But listen, I'm telling you, like the Knicks, this is probably the weirdest stat I've heard all year. They are the best defensive team in the league. They have the least amount of points given up in the league. They are number 1 in defensive rating. So
aren't we like 28th in offensive rating though?
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. All right. Come on. Let us have being first for one thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But hey, 28th is still better than 30th. I'll tell you that.
That's a good point you make.
But again, the Knicks, they could sneak in this year. They could sneak in to the 8th seed. I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see the Knicks in the playoffs. Considering it's been a good 10 years, 11 years since we've actually had a solid team and, been able to make a run. Obviously, we'd probably get eliminated in the first round, but, it'd still be cool to watch some Knicks playoff basketball. It's different.
I completely agree.
Different environment. We have a really young team, some young guns for the future. As long as everybody stays healthy, I think in the future we could make a title run if we pick right.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely. And the core pieces that we have currently, I mean, we're a very young team. Take away Julius Randle, we're a very young team. Yes.
Julius Randle's a little up there.
Yeah, I think he's 28, 29, something like that. I think he just had his birthday at the beginning of the season. But going back to the game against the Warriors, RJ Barrett had 28 points.
Yep.
That's unheard of. That's his career high. I mean, it's awesome to see him leading the young guns. Him and Julius Randle are truthfully something that Knicks fans can hold on to now. Yep. And even Mitch Robinson last night, he went off. He had 18. So
Mitch Robinson was doing solid too. I RJ Barrett had a rough year last year, living in Zion's shadow and all that, and then obviously COVID hit, and then boom, no more games.
Yeah, I completely agree.
RJ is going to have his time to shine this year, and I think that he's going to fill what we need.
Oh yeah. The one thing that the Knicks really do need, though, and it might be Emmanuel quickly, but he has to start producing a little more, is we need a very solid point guard.
Yeah, franchise point guard. We need that.
Yeah, that's one thing.
It'd be something to trade for.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I could see us giving up. I could see us giving up Kevin Knox and Frank for somebody. Yeah, and like a pick.
Imagine the Knicks somehow sweep up Colin Sexton. That would be crazy. But
it's not going to happen, but I would love to see it.
I would love to see it.
I would probably cry tears of joy.
The one thing I've always been curious about the Knicks, though, especially this season, how is Austin Rivers? Like, one day he's playing, the next day he's not. It's just like on and off for him. And I'm looking at the stat line.
Consistent. He puts up solid numbers, but like, I don't know. I'm not Tom Thibodeau.
I know. He wasn't even dressed last night, I don't think. I don't even like. I'm telling you, it says the coach's decision to not play are Brzezikis, Taj Gibson, Dennis Smith Jr., Harper, and Pinson. And I'm looking at the rest of the players who have played, and Austin Rivers isn't even on there. So
it's weird.
Did we trade him? Did we drop him? What happened?
I don't know what the deal is. He's been putting up consistent numbers.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird his play, like his run of form. He also has not the best people skills. He's had some coach troubles in the past. Obviously, being coached under his dad for so long, it's probably rough change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, Knicks have some serious upside.
I completely agree. And another good thing, I just looked at our standings. We are currently sitting fourth in the Atlantic Division, only 2.5 games back behind the Sixers, and the Knicks are on a 3-game winning streak. So it's good to see. It's good to see.
4 seed.
I'll take it, man. Especially for the Knicks, man. If the Knicks can somehow slide in there.
Whew. If the Knicks can slide in the playoffs, that'd be awesome. You'd love to see that. That'd be fantastic.
But I think that's enough for the week in review.
Not a very eventful week.
Not really. Just the inauguration, and we'll get into that in our hard hitters. But like you said, not eventful. Unfortunately, the passing of Hank Aaron today. But
other than that, it's been quiet.
Yeah, which has been weird because we've been having some eventful weeks.
We've had some very good news in recent weeks, but again, this week's just sometimes it's good to have a quiet week.
I completely agree.
A time to just sit and wind down and not have to worry about what's going on in the media.
Right.
But that puts us out of work. So
yeah, that too.
We hate to see it.
But hey, let's get right into it. Like I said, let's get into our hard hitters.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's start off the hard hitters with the crosstown team from the Mets. The New York Yankees have signed 2018 Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber, and it seems to be an $11 million deal. The last time he really had a successful season was 2018. 7 games played in 2019 for the Indians. I think he went out with an injury. I think Tommy John, was it?
Yep.
And then only played a single game for the Texas Rangers in 2020. So can Corey Kluber bring those stats back for the Pinstripes?
I really hope so. It takes a lot of what's like a nice way to put it? Balls to play in New York, especially for the Yankees. I feel like, no shade, no tea to you, but it's definitely a lot harder to play under the Yankees media and the Mets media.
Absolutely.
Yankees always been the more publicity team with more pressure on it per se. So it takes a certain kind of person to want to play in New York, and hopefully Corey Kluber can do that. Honestly, he's been riddled with injury. $11 million is quite a bit for somebody like him, but I'm completely open to it. We signed someone. That's fun. I was intrigued. So yeah, I mean, I was interested.
I think it's kind of crazy though. Like you said, I think I completely agree with the whole New York Yankee media is different than the Mets media. Because if you think about it this way, the Yankee media, I mean, I have to put this in perspective.
Yeah.
27 rings to 2 rings. You have a whole fan base who have been winners for most of their lives compared to a fan base who have tried to be winners for most of their lives and have just been crying.
Failed miserably.
and I'm talking about the Mets fans who are the winners. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a completely different story. You have to live up to those names in Yankees history. You know, you have so many great pitchers to be a Yankee. You had Mariano Rivera, who was a great closer. You had Andy Pettitte, Roger Clemens. I mean, the
Randy
list.
Johnson. Randy Johnson did play for the Yankees. Can confirm.
All right. But hey, listen, let's be honest. His best years were with the D-backs.
Roger Clemens did also play for the Yankees.
I did say Roger Clemens. But I'm telling you, it's going to be. Yeah, okay. He did.
It's okay. Sorry. Love you.
But listen, can he put up those numbers? He's coming off of Tommy John in 2019. Sorry.
2019, which is a long time ago. Think about it.
And mostly, recent years, a lot of pitchers have come off of Tommy John and had successful seasons. Steven Strasburg, we're hoping Syndergaard can do it this year. So they become really good pitchers. And the Rangers gave him a trial run, and nothing really happened there. He played a single game, or pitched a single game. So,
it's weird with Corey Kluber because some of these pitchers that come back, they pitch for velocity, right?
Right.
They're big velocity pitchers. Strasburg pitches hard. Syndergaard pitches hard.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Kluber's not like that. Corey Kluber reminds me of like R.A. Dickey.
Yeah, he's a junk pitcher.
He's a junk pitcher. He doesn't pitch hard. He pitches good. You know, he pitches for location. He pitches for movement. And it's what gets the batter swinging. But I think he'll slot in the rotation either way, considering Yankees kind of have a lackluster rotation comparatively to what we were hoping for. Sevy's coming back, I think, pretty sure. Domingo Germán's coming back, which, I mean, it's debatable, you know, how good he may be. Haven't seen him since 2019 because he had some domestic abuse problems.
Right.
Jordan Montgomery's Jordan Montgomery. Chad Green is also Jordan Montgomery, just a clone at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking at the depth chart right now.
They're literally the same person, Jordan Montgomery and Chad Green. It's not even funny.
Yeah, that is actually a fact. But as of right now, your rotation is Cole as your ace, Kluber they have at second, Montgomery at third, Delvey Garcia at fourth, and
I forgot about Delvey Garcia.
Yeah, because Tanaka, we don't even know what's happening with him.
Tanaka's looking for way too much money. He wants a 1-year deal worth like $20 million, which is a lot, which is double Kluber.
Yeah, so it's kind of ridiculous.
Love you, Tanaka. You've been the ace. Well, not the ace exactly, but you've been a fantastic pitcher in our rotation for many, many years, but it's time to go. It's all right. No,
I completely agree. But it's going to be weird. I mean, I'm excited to see Kluber in pitching form. I want to see Klubot back, as he was nicknamed back in 2018. But it's going to be interesting, especially for the Yankees, because you guys definitely need that rotation. That's been your killer right now, is like your pitchers haven't really been there. You have the offense. It's just the pitchers give up too much. Yeah. And to have a drunk ball pitcher at your number 2 spot, that could be a big thing in the playoffs, especially this year. So
it could be good to see.
If fans come back, they got to be.
That's true. Yankees fans are some of the most brutal, harsh fans in the league. I myself am a Yankee fan, but I'm obviously one of the more forgiving ones.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it depends. Honestly, if we have a good catcher.
Right, that too.
A good catcher, Gary Sanchez.
I'm sorry.
Pick it up, dude.
You can hit sometimes, but you can't. You are the worst defensive catcher in the league.
Pick it up.
But hey, listen. Hopefully, Kluber has a great year. That's all we can ask for. But
that's all we can ask for. Big hopes for the future. Maybe we can win a ring. I don't know. It's bold. It's out there, but maybe there's a chance. A little bit.
Tad bit. I mean, you guys have always been there for the past like 4 or 5 years.
We're predicted by MLB to be in a World Series against the Dodgers. Predicted to lose, but predicted nonetheless. We re-signed DJ. Very good. Love to see it.
That is a big pickup for you guys. Speaking of that MLB prediction thing, I don't know if you saw it. They posted on their Instagram and I think all their social media accounts. They put out who they predict the next 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
They have the Mets and the Yankees in 2026, and they have the Mets winning.
Yeah, that's interesting.
If that's true, I'm very excited for that.
I mean, by that point, Jasson Dominguez will be in the league.
Right.
And he is quite literally supposed to be like the spawn of Christ himself. Apparently he runs like Billy Hamilton and hits 105 miles off the tee.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes. He's going to be very, very good. I think in the long run, Yankees are going to be very good. Yankees have fantastic farm system too. So.
That is very true.
We'll see if he translates. He's been hyped up for a very long time. He's like my age, which is nuts. I'm not even kidding, dude. He's like 3 months. He's like 3 months younger than me, or no, older. 3 months older.
Yeah,
it's crazy how that works. Other than that, that's really it for Yankees baseball as of recently.
Yeah, you guys have been kind of quiet in the hot stuff.
Yep, we're gonna slide into some politics before we get into more sports, just to kind of give us a little relief, but a little more stress in our day, as we should. Tom?
Well, this past Wednesday, 2 weeks after the whole debacle at the Capitol, we had our inauguration. Joe Biden is now the 46th president of the United States, as well as we now have the first African-American woman and Asian-American woman and first woman to be elected as vice president. Obviously, as we talked earlier, Bernie Sanders made his appearance. There was Air Jordan Dior's there. I got to be honest, the inauguration was a very nice whole gathering, and it was a nice event.
It was very successful.
Yeah. The way they had the entire mall lawn in front of the Washington monument was gorgeous with all the flags and all that. Lady Gaga performed. She sung the national anthem. J-Lo sung, I believe, what song did she sing? America the Beautiful?
America the Brave.
Oh, yeah.
Or America the Beautiful.
And then,
something like that. I'm not good with all that.
I know. I completely forgot. And then we had, what's his name? Garth Brooks perform. So it was a whole big thing. And, it was nice to see our past presidents there. Mike Pence showed up, which was awesome. Obviously, Trump went somewhere.
Donnie was nowhere to be seen.
I don't know. Did he go to? I think what I've heard is he went to Florida.
Yeah, he has an estate there. He has a home. But he left Joe Biden a note. That's what I heard.
I heard that the note was good. Obviously, there was memes saying the note only said, "Joe, I won."
Yeah, it's like, "Dear Joe, I won, bitch."
Yeah, it was like
sincerely, Donnie T.
But I'm hoping, from what he did in his first day was kind of crazy. He joined the Paris agreement again.
Yeah, back in.
A lot of things for the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, he basically he undid a lot of Trump's policies, which he did promise to the people, which, you got to give it to the guy, fulfill the promise. Not many presidents do that anyways. And yeah, I've seen a lot of people on media kind of bashing him and being like, "Oh, you're gonna rip this country to shreds." Just wish the guy good luck. If you don't wish good luck on the president, the guy that's running your country, you are part of the problem.
Yeah, especially we're trying to unify everything again, especially since everyone is so radically either left or right and up and down, anywhere. It's just so uber sensitive. And
everyone just shut up and
let's just vibe. Can we just vibe again?
Just chill for a minute. Take a perk and shut up.
Dude, when Barack Obama was president, we had the opportunity to watch kids go on the lawn for Halloween and him giving out candy. And we were vibing with it. And now that Trump became president, everyone and their mother was like, "Oh my God, this is America. What are we going to do? America's on fire." But
we don't know. It's all about politics. It's a big debacle. That everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but in the end, it's my personal opinion. We just all be happy for the guy and give him a chance.
I agree.
That don't knock him in office until he really messes up, which could be soon, could not be soon. You never know.
Right.
All comes with time. And
obviously, no president's going to be perfect. Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, he should have done this. Oh, he should have done that. Oh, maybe he shouldn't have done this." But no matter what happens, it's, that's democracy. It's America. People are going to get a little upset about it, but we shouldn't be uber upset where it's something that's going to harp on you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age, which trigger warning here. I feel like everybody is a little softer than they were. It's a lot easier to offend people. You have to watch what you say in the media.
Oh yeah.
It's very hard to be a public figure, let alone the guy running one of the most productive countries in the world.
Correct.
You get criticized for everything you say. And that's everything.
Yeah.
There's not one thing that you can say that everybody would be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, fair." It's hard for him. And I kind of feel for him in that sense. So I wish him all the best for the next 4 years.
I agree. That's all we can say about it,
That's all we can say. We're just two kids.
I mean, listen. Let's just move on, right? Let's just keep going.
Let's hit some playoff football today.
Which is so funny that we were talking about playoff football in the conference championships because we haven't talked about it in the past 2 weeks, which kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been kind of dry. There's been no crazy upsets. My phone just fell. We're gonna continue. Yeah, there's really been no clear upset or anything. Nothing's been too crazy. Nothing's really needed to be discussed.
Right.
But Patrick Mahomes was diagnosed with a concussion, or was in concussion protocol.
Right.
After their game against, forgetting now.
Yeah, the Browns.
The Browns. The Browns is the Browns.
The Browns is the Browns.
The Cleveland Browns, Patrick Mahomes ran for a ball, got laid out, and was on concussion protocol. But it was today that he was revealed to be cleared for Sunday. So that definitely ups the chance of them going back-to-back as they play the Buffalo Bills.
I got to say this.
Bills or Chiefs? Bills
Mafia. I'm with you, okay?
Bills Mafia. I want the Bills to go to the Super Bowl just so I can jump through a table. That'd be fun.
I think I've brought him up every week so far, which is very weird. My college roommate, Sal. I know he doesn't listen to it, but
that's your boyfriend, man.
At this point, he could be. He was the biggest Bills fan, and he was with the Bills Mafia train. You know, he's
Mafia.
He was going to go last week, but some family things happened and he couldn't. But I'm with Bills Mafia. Go Buffalo, go! Oh my God, let's go Buffalo, baby! I want them to win so badly. I like the Chiefs. I love Patrick Mahomes. I love their whole program there because like they really made a name for themselves in the past 4 years.
100%.
I want the Bills to make the biggest upset in the world.
I want Iguodala. That's what you sounded like. You go, yeah. I want the Bills. If what is it? If Martians holding an alien beam at Earth, I want Iguodala. I want Iguodala. No, I agree. Honestly, man, like the Bills. Like I just want to jump through a table. Like,
I know.
Josh Allen's a great quarterback. Stephon Diggs, fantastic receiver. Yeah. I think they definitely have what it takes to beat Kansas City. It's just the matter of getting there.
And plus, it is Kansas City.
It is Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, of course, generational quarterback. Tyreek Hill, fantastic receiver. They have a solid running back in Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
You have also Travis Kelce on your tight end position.
Yes,
you have a great defense. And I heard the stat yesterday listening to the Pat McAfee show. They are the worst. McAfee. I know. Shout out, Pat. They are the worst team in the league when it comes to red zone efficiency.
Nice.
They are horrible once
they're not a short ball team.
No, Patty Mahomes.
Play. Patty Mahomes slings the pigskin. That's how it is.
It really, like he is a cannon.
That's
so does Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's also very true. But that's how Tyreek plays.
He's fast.
Yeah. He's not a route running receiver. He's like
just send me on a streak. Just let me go. But I'm excited to see this.
I run, go, and move fast.
Right.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs is definitely more of a developed route runner.
Yeah.
So that's why Josh Allen obviously flourishes in the short game a little more than Patty would.
I gotta say though, I'm excited for these. I mean, they're pretty young. I mean, they were talking about the AFC side of the ball, and they were saying like how last week the oldest quarterback was Baker Mayfield, and he was 25 in a couple of months.
Yeah.
And that was the oldest quarterback in the AFC playoff picture. And then you had the two oldest quarterbacks in the league in the NFC playoff picture.
Yeah. What's it called? I saw a stat and it was like Baker Mayfield was the oldest, but he was younger than the youngest in the NFC.
Yeah.
Who was the youngest quarterback in the NFC again?
At that time.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was the Saints.
It was Brady, Rodgers.
And Drew Brees. And who did the Bucks play? Oh, they played. The
Buccaneers played against the Saints.
No. Oh, yeah,
Packers.
Yeah. Who did the Packers play? Why can't I think of who the Packers played?
Yeah, no, that's drawing a blank in my head too.
Why can't I think of this?
Old quarterback. What is it?
They played the Rams.
No, did they?
Yeah, they played the Rams, and Aaron Donald was hurt. Yeah, it is like
Jared Goff.
Was it Jared Goff or was it? Oh yeah, it was Jared Goff because he played that game. It wasn't like that new guy.
Yeah, Wolford or whatever. Yeah, no, he's Jared Goff's obviously he's not old, but he's not young.
He's not younger than the whole.
Yeah, he's not younger than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that was a funny stat.
which blew my mind. I thought that was incredible that Baker was the oldest of everyone. I thought Patty Mahomes would have been, but again, I'm excited to see them two just sling the ball. I'm like, that's exciting, man. Especially for football, especially you have like young kids watching it.
And let's swing over on the topic of quarterbacks and playoff football. On the other side of the bracket, we have Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. In my opinion, GOAT versus GOAT of the game. That's going to be a crazy matchup. Obviously, Tom Brady's a little more up there in age, but Aaron Rodgers, obviously the Packers did draft a quarterback this past season, and Aaron Rodgers, kind of like the Michael Jordan memes, like,
I took that
personally. And just balled out. Obvious MVP. Not even close to anybody else.
I completely agree. Dude.
And Devontae Adams is obviously helping him out a lot.
Yeah.
But he's been doing it himself. Aaron Rodgers has been proving himself to still be the guy.
Right. I think about this, but I got to say one thing, right? Obviously, Aaron Rodgers has proved himself this year as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I consider him one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time because he was so good his whole career, basically. Ever since Brett Favre left in Green Bay, he took over and just ran with it. Yep. And I got to say, he is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. However, on the other side of the field, you have maybe the best quarterback of all time.
He is without a doubt,
dude,
number one.
He is, and think about it, right? He's coming into a franchise who was so bad, just horrible.
Running off of Jameis Winston's system.
Yeah, they were horrible. And then Bruce Arians was like, "All right, Tom, you're here, coach. Go do what you want to do."
Yeah, he actually came out and said that. He said, "I let Tom coach. Sometimes I just sit here and watch."
Yeah,
you getting paid that much fucking money, really? Dude?
Yeah, and he brings in Gronk. He brings in AB. I mean. That whole and obviously you've had Mike Evans to just
and Chris Godwin
very
talented receivers.
That whole offensive scheme,
off the free agent.
Yeah, they made themselves a name after Tom Brady joined them, and just to see him come into this system and now bring them to the conference championship game, it's incredible. Think about it, like they were a nobody.
Too.
Yeah,
he's 43.
43.
Yeah, he's an old
still
dude.
Kissing kids on the mouth.
His kids don't.
Yeah, let's preface that his kids. But the man is a god. I hate to say it because Tom Brady. Everyone hates Tom Brady because he's Tom Brady. But
as a Giants fan, I hate Tom Brady.
As a Cowboy fan, I hate Tom Brady.
GOAT. He is the GOAT. But let's take a moment right here. Pause this. Let's remember who is the only quarterback to beat him in the Super Bowl twice. Let's hear it. I want to hear it. from you, Tom.
I'm not saying it.
I want to hear it from you, Tom. What is it?
I'm not saying it. A Manning brother. It was a Manning.
A Manning brother. Which one?
I'm not saying it. I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, guys. For those of you who don't know, if you're not cultured in football, it is Eli Manning, the quarterback for the New York Football Giants, beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, get good, kid. Just get a good team, and then we'll talk. Well, to be honest, the NFC sucked, but
such a Cowboys fan. That's interesting.
Okay.
All right. Anyways,
I still think. All right, my prediction, just to say this, I want to see the Bills win. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be the Chiefs and the Packers in Super Bowl 55. But it would be really cool to see for the first time ever the home team who's hosting the game to be in it. I would like to see Tampa Bay. Yeah. I would like to see Tampa maybe win it.
Super Bowl. That's just so boring to me at this point, man. Like that's like the sole reason I don't want the Bucs to win.
Yeah.
I don't want to see another Brady Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers has been busting his ass for 10 years to not get to one.
He got one Super Bowl and he won. Yeah,
it was 2010.
Oh wait, he might have gotten to two because he lost to no. I think it was just the one.
Yeah, 2010.
Wow.
Right?
Or did he lose? Okay, hold on. Now I got to think about this. Why am I so bad with this?
It's all good. Aaron Rodgers, has an interesting history. Overall, though, my prediction is going to be, obviously, again, like Tom, I want the Bills to win, but I don't think they're going to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
To see not Chiefs Bills, I'm an idiot. A Chiefs Packers Super Bowl would be pretty cool. I like Aaron Rodgers a lot. I'd rather have him in it over Brady, but I would not be disappointed with a Buccaneers Chiefs Super Bowl.
Right.
It's like the present day best versus like all-time best in Tom Brady.
Right. I completely
agree. Such a sick quarterback duel.
Yeah. Because we know that Tom Brady leaves. Who's going to be the next guy up? I think it's going to be Patty Mahomes.
I think so. He's definitely the franchise quarterback for the future.
Right.
And franchise, I mean NFL.
Yes. And by the way, you were right. 2010, they won against the Steelers. And I remember that game because I bet my dad money on it. So,
nice.
And I won.
I hate the Steelers. I'll
Juju Smith-Schuster, please stop dancing. Chase Claypool, please stop dancing.
I'll take every chance I get to just remind the world, specifically this platform, that I hate the Steelers with all of me.
And I'm talking to my friend right here face to face, Ryan, who's down in the Air Force right now. I'm sorry that you picked the Steelers, but you picked the Steelers at the worst year possible to watch Juju Smith-Schuster dance his way to an 12-6 record or whatever it was, just to fail in the playoffs. Because he was an asshole.
Because the Browns is the Browns.
Browns is the Browns. And Baker Mayfield showed them that they are the Browns.
They are, in fact, the Browns. But yeah, Steelers, you suck. If you're a Steelers fan, you probably suck too.
Sorry that you guys have 6 rings, but it's not going to matter.
It do not matter.
The one person I do really feel bad for with the Steelers is Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, he's got to go home to Pornhub and Bud Light, it's brutal.
Oh man,
him and Pouncey, man, like those are the only people I feel some sort of remorse for because they're obviously very high up there in age,
right?
And it is likely their last year.
And speaking of last year's though,
quarterbacks, I was going to say Drew Brees and Phil Rivers both announced retirement.
And especially, did you see the clip of Drew Brees talking to Jameis Winston?
I did not.
He's like crying, tears down his face. He goes, "This is your team now. This is yours." And he's like, I felt so bad. I've always been a Drew Brees guy. I mean, he alone, like best, like most passing touchdowns, most passing yards. He
has very impressive stats for, comparatively to the credit that people give him.
And especially it's so quiet out of New Orleans. Like obviously New Orleans been in talks. They've had their issues with NFL refs in the past, especially in the playoffs last year or 2 years ago
with the Rams.
They got the Minnesota Miracle against them.
Yeah,
they've been completely just railed in the ass to just say the least. I know. And I feel bad because Drew Brees definitely deserved one more chance to win it for a guy who just gives it all on the field every game.
Laid it all out. And
I really thought they were going to win that game too.
Mm-hmm. Him and Phil Rivers.
Phil Rivers didn't even get his chance. And I feel so bad for that man.
I mean, he's notorious
best
for talking
trash
shit.
Talker.
He's notorious for talking shit. But it's of course not as sad as Drew Brees, but very sad to see Philip Rivers go. He's been in the league for a hot minute. He was franchise quarterback for many years with the Chargers. Then he got traded this past season to the Colts, and he was an old fart at the time.
Yeah, I mean,
and it was his time. He's got his 25 kids to take care of, and that's how it is. That man may have the weakest pullout game in all sports. Other than that, there's been no big crazy retirements. Anything else I'm missing?
That's all I got. I mean,
Frank Gore is still up in the air.
Yeah, after this weekend or Super Bowl week, depending on how far they go, we might hear something out of that. But as of right now,
I know a guy's old when I was talking to my dad about him, and he goes, "Oh, I had him in fantasy when I grinded to fantasy really hard," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, that guy's old as dirt. That's how it is." Other than that, man, I feel like we've covered kind of everything that's been involved with football the past week or two.
Yeah, nothing really out of baseball news. I mean, the NBA is just going right now. NHL, Rangers suck. It's sad to see, but
I don't really
the Devils.
I don't have a team. I follow the area. Rangers, not the Islanders though. Islanders are gross. I just follow the area, like Rangers, Devils.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that.
Yeah, that's really it. That's all we got this week, guys.
Yeah. Again, a relatively quiet week, but that's kind of our job. We cover what's provided. We don't make up stuff.
Facts. We provide facts. No printer. So
facts. No printer.
Facts. No printer.
All right. Let's take a moment to just before we end it, we want to Want to see Tom take off that headset? We just want to see the fresh trim. My man got a haircut today. Yes, sir. Let's go. For those on the podcast on streaming platforms, you're missing out. Check it out on YouTube. Fresh trim, Tom Grady.
Absolutely. And we have to shout out our two friends because they want to be on the podcast so unbelievably bad. It's crazy. The one who's in the wee woo wagon, Sam Zinni.
Oh my God, Sam and Aaron.
Sam and Aaron.
Very, very proud supporters of the show. Much appreciated.
If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment if you want to hear some girl takes on some random things that we bring up to them.
Call her daddy-esque content.
Facts. Leave a comment if you want to see it. Other than that, I think that's it for our fourth week. Fourth installment of the Breakfast Nook. It's your boy, the Ginger, your friendly neighborhood one, Tom Grady.
Your friendly neighborhood Ginger, Tom Grady.
Yep.
And me.
The salt of sexy, the colossal of cuteness.
The colossal of cuteness. Oh my God.
Another fun episode, man.
Of course. Always a pleasure. I'm sure I hope you guys at home enjoy it too. And that's all from me. And I'm sure all from Tom too. Any last words?
Stay positive. No, what is it? Stay positive, test negative. I always forget it. In weird times, make sure to stay safe in all aspects and tell your family you love them, as always. All right, y'all. I'm Chris Rotondo. I am Tom Grady.
And we're signing off. See you next week.